son of a bitch.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Because you are my friend.
Here we go!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 23 of Super Enabler Bros Show. I don't know why I said that like Captain Kirk, but I did. I'm Jason Kropsula Gaming, accompanied by my excellent co-host, Chris, the old ass retro gamer.
That's new.
Chris, how the hell you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Tired, but pretty okay. I'm alive.
Same.
So it's about as much as I don't know, prep for my son's birthday tomorrow, and long work hours are just melting my my energy. But we got to do this. We got to do this.
Yeah, do it.
We're trying to be consistent. Keep it going. So yeah.
Stupid camera. Stop it. Stop it.
I thought we were just white. I thought we were just white guy high five.
I was trying to
like
high-five
we keep missing.
Internet 5.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I haven't been up to a whole lot. Anything? No. Playing some games. Playing some action figures. Open some stuff. Nothing really cool. But you've been busy. What have you been up to?
Yeah, after I finished the whole month of videos for my YouTube channel, I kind of just decided to sit around and do nothing.
Everybody go and watch every single one. Make a response video. I want to. I might just do what you suggested and just do all of them in one. But I have the ambition.
I want to see it.
I just hope I have the time. I mean, worst case scenario, just comment.
Yeah.
Your pick.
I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever. But yeah,
I got you to send me the list like halfway through the month so I could like start on it. And I kind of, as each one came out, I had my idea like almost as soon as I saw what the topic was. So I don't think it's a lot of hard work picking it out, but it'll be hard work finding the time to produce a video.
Yeah, that was a month of my life I basically dedicated to that. So I didn't do much of anything that month.
Yeah, we've been kind of missing each other a lot in terms of having the time to record a new episode in the last while. Yeah, we're busy guys, and my job loves booking me for the nights that we usually record. So that's been fun.
Bitches.
That's been fun. But
our buddy Church came to visit though.
Yeah, that was like one of my only Saturdays I had off. So that was funny.
And you're like, hey, we're gonna record tonight. I'm like, dude, Church is here. He's like, oh.
It's like, well, we can have him on 2 episodes in a row, whatever. Get him mic'd up.
Yeah, we went to the Final Fantasy VII Remake concert that was happening out here. It was only happening in certain cities, so
guess what?
He drove all the way out from Minneapolis to Chicago to go see that.
It actually didn't show up in Fort Francis, Ontario, Canada, which surprised the hell out of me.
It was supposed to?
No.
No, okay.
This is a town the sign says 9,000 people live here, and I don't even believe that. So, no, I wasn't actually surprised, but I would have been surprised if they did show up. It's like, oh, they're performing in a dive bar. That's weird.
On the street, they're going house to house.
It's a black tie affair in the diviest bar in town. Yeah, we got a small theater that could maybe play the arena.
All the pineapple juice has gone bad.
Yeah, they're watering down the beers and shit. But yeah, I was super jelly. Hopefully I can go to an event soon. I got my Facebook memories. It was either this past week or maybe the week before, where it's like, hey, guess what, sucker? It's been 2 years since you've been to a concert. And I'm like, that's cool. I remember not so long ago when I was going to like 3 and 4 shows a month. And now it's like 2 years.
What's the concert?
The one I went to. Yeah, what is a concert? Yeah, exactly. Well, people are starting to go around. Everyone's been asking me if like, oh, you going to this one in Winnipeg? And I'm like, nah.
No.
I don't even feel like going to that one. Everyone's been hitting me up about Slipknot. You going to Slipknot? I'm like, I've seen Slipknot more times than I should have seen Slipknot for how much I like Slipknot.
You can only see a drummer upside down so many times.
That part's cool, but it's not even going to be the same guy.
Oh,
Joey
damn it.
Jordison's
Oh, yeah,
dead.
he died, didn't he?
He died, yeah. So like,
R.I.P. Pour that out.
yeah. So I don't know. No, I don't know. I met him. I've had backstage passes to them. I've been to their version of Ozfest. They had Knotfest, like the first one. Went to that. I've seen them probably like 8 times, and I don't 8 times like Slipknot, but they put on a good show.
Mhm.
But they're not someone I even really. I don't know. I'll check out their new album, but I don't really rock Slipknot as much as I used to. You know, when they first came out, I was like pretty into them, but I think it's. I don't know. They kind of really reached a Metallica level of popularity, and I was just like, yeah, they're gonna. I found the quality of the music went down a bit. So
It's like Disturbed's first album compared to the second.
another band I've seen more times than I should have. I do not like Disturbed, but I've seen them twice. The first time was pretty cool though. I watched a guy with like an eye missing just rocking the fuck out, and he was drunk as shit. And I was like, this is the most entertaining part of this show.
I got dry humped by a 600-pound woman when I saw them.
So we've all had our fun.
Yeah, I guess. She might be pregnant. I might have a love child out there somewhere. I don't know.
Actually, the first time I saw them, I believe, was Ozfest 2003 or 2004.
Yeah, I think it was
Whatever,
2000. It was like right when they came out was when I saw them. So it was like 2001.
Yeah, so and it was the only time I sat down that day. I didn't sit down any other time that day. We didn't have seats. We stood as close as we could and all the shows, and we wandered around and during bands we didn't care to watch. And then the only time I was like, I think I'm going to sit down. So that was my favorite part of it, was getting rest and watching the dude with One Eye rock out. Well,
nice.
Really fall down hammered drunk. It was cool. And then the second time I just ignored them and walked around.
I got to see Crazy Town that year.
Well, I'm
That
sorry.
was awesome.
I'm sorry for you yet again.
It's like, hey, we're in Marilyn Manson. Hey, it's Disturbed. Hey, it's Kitty. Crazy Town.
Yeah.
Followed by.
I was just as confused that they were on there. I'm like,
followed by the reunion of Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
That made no sense. I was like, who? You should fire your booking person.
They weren't even remotely heavy. The only song anyone knows by them is that Butterfly song.
Yeah,
They weren't heavy enough to open for like Smash Mouth.
The riff,
Smash Mouth's heavier than
the Butterfly song is stolen from a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Yeah, it sounds really derivative of
it's horrible. They're horrible. They're god awful.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I was like, I think that was the year I was supposed to go. You said 2001?
That was 2001, I think. That was when I went.
Okay. Because I believe I missed... No, that was the year before I was going to go to the first one. I was supposed to go to the 2002 one, but then I ended up having to do some shit. It was like the whole week of the date, so I ended up not being able to go and being super pissed off because I committed to something, and I was like, wait, no, it's too late. But, yeah. But I've been to plenty of them. I'm just kind of pissed off that they started making them a one-day thing in like Texas or California. I'm like, cool. I used to hit up a couple dates if I could. The last couple I went to were like I went to one in Colorado and then I went to the other one in Wisconsin. I was like,
you just come out here and go to Riot Fest.
Yeah, I want to go to more shows anyway. Maybe I'll even go to Slipknot just to go to a concert. Going crazy. But yeah, I need to go to a con. I need to go to a concert. Both. So hopefully coming up, I can do that. It will not be MGC this year, but hopefully soon. Bummer. You said tentatively with you on MGC.
Yeah, if I go, it's going to be maybe a one-day thing again. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know if Church is going yet. I don't. You said you're probably not going.
If I go, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah,
it'll be like Gandalf showing up. Everyone just.
Oh, you mean Gandalf like putting everyone in danger, then piecing out and coming back to save everyone at the last second?
Remember me, guys? Hey,
guess what, guys? I had eagles this whole time. I could have flown you right to Mount Doom. Ah!
So you're saying if I go, everyone will just be pissed off and
Yeah.
pick it apart? Like, oh, you, the guy that blah, 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 and just talking shit. Just getting roasted in the parking lot and just turn around and go home. Well, I guess so. Let's go to my
Jason
room.
had eagles this whole time.
You could have made it any time you wanted. You just chose not to, douchebag. Yeah, so I don't know. He went in about $200, but he's going to show up to the show floor and spend $6,000 probably on all this dumb bullshit he's going to buy. That's probably the roast I'd get. Oh, I got no money for a COVID test, but I got enough money to buy all these fucking games.
But I mean, the thing is, there's a Star Trek convention all my friends are going to be going to earlier in April that I'm supposed to go to also. So
that's pretty cool. Where's that in Chicago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bunch of Deep Space Nine people are going to be there. I know Kira's going to be there, and Dr. Bashir, and Will Wheaton's going to be there. And I of all the people, I just want to meet Will Wheaton.
That's pretty sweet.
I want to hand him a. If you've ever watched Critical Role, I want to hand him a 20-sided die and have him roll a 1. Apparently, he is cursed. Every time he rolls a die, he gets a 1 or a 2. He never rolls anything other than that.
Watch him get a fucking 20.
Yeah, no, it's like, well, your luck. I'm your luck charm.
Yeah, but I'm not playing right now, so that's just my luck.
It's like, this is some bullshit. Thanks a lot, stupid fat guy.
Jesus. Well, it's better than that story you told a couple episodes ago about almost getting beat up by Aquaman and Kratos.
Oh yeah.
So at least that didn't.
That was awesome.
Could be worse.
Hey!
Still, could be worse. It could be gushing blood.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh god, good times.
Yeah, I gotta get to con. My wife and I kind of go out of our way to try and meet all the next generation people. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, I think he's the only one that's going to be there from next gen. I know a couple people from Picard will be there, and a couple people from Discovery.
Sweet.
So,
well, speaking of Picard, what a perfect segue. The new season has started.
Yes, it's about damn time too. One of the most delayed shows out there, next to the Orville.
Well, I've not gotten to partake of the new episode, but is it starting off good? Is it starting off?
Yeah, it picks up like a year and a half after the last season ended.
Sweet. Well,
and like people have moved on to other characters have moved on to other things, and it's kind of interesting. And shit hits the fan pretty quick.
I like to hear.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's some rad shit going on in it, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're seeing where it goes because like obviously Q is like a big part of it. Yes. He's basically the advertising of it is Q right now.
I haven't honestly seen really anything advertising it, so that's a spoiler for me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the poster of it is a picture of Picard with Q standing behind him, like looking over his shoulder,
Sweet.
like creeping on him, going like, "Oh, I'm gonna goose you."
I'm gonna jump scare you like Five Nights at Freddy's.
And there's like a legacy character pops up in the first episode too, which has made me smile. Good. But as the stepping off point, or the stepping off point for like where the season's supposed to go, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Good. I like when it builds hype with the first episode.
Yeah. But it's really dense too. The first episode is really dense. Like a lot of shit happens.
As long as it doesn't get confusing or Spider-Man 3-ish, we're like, they don't even know what to do with all this stuff.
No, it's very evenly paced, but there's just a lot of stuff going on. Like with each character, like you have to, like a lot of catching up to do with each person.
Well, it's good as long as it's they're not wasting that time. They're gonna pay it off. I'm happy, but that's definitely a show I cannot watch without my wife if I want to keep my balls. So I'll try to keep her kept up on it.
Them testes.
Yeah. So she's been busy a lot lately with tattoos and piercings and haircuts and fucking whatnot. Anytime on my days off, so we hadn't got to spend much time. We barely got to finish watching Peacemaker. It felt like we had to it's almost like we had to sneak away from life to manage watching it, but we made it happen, and I didn't get it spoiled for me, so that was good.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it seemed like no one was talking about it until the last episode was out, and I didn't get to watch it.
I saw someone start talking about something that happened at the end of it, and I was like, nope, delete.
Yeah, like because it comes out on Wednesdays, and I think I didn't get to watch it till Sunday or maybe Saturday, and I was like, shut up the whole time. There wasn't an MCU level of people talking incessantly about it and thinking like, oh, everyone naturally has seen it already. It's been out for a day.
Yeah,
like people put the 24-hour maybe ban on talking about shit. What do you call that?
Peacemaker ended up being pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was hooked right from the first episode, honestly.
Yeah.
I was all like, I think I was watching it and I was like, watch Peacemaker. It's a good.
It's very Sean Gunn.
James Gunn.
Or James Gunn, sorry, James Gunn. Sean Gunn's his brother.
Yeah. And seems like Whipping Boy gets him to do the dirty work in his show.
He's always playing some CGI character.
Yeah.
He's Weasel in the Suicide Squad and Rocket.
Yeah.
In the Marvel movies.
Yeah, so it was excellent. Like if you didn't like his character in the movie, stick around and check out the show anyway. It's much cooler. And if you're a Terminator fan, holy shit, Robert Patrick's in it.
Oh god. The worst character on that show. He is such a son of a bitch.
Yeah, you know, he's the bad guy that you like in Terminator 2. He's the bad guy that you're like, I don't like this guy on Peacemaker. But I was just happy to see him in
it
always brings a smile to my face seeing Robert Patrick, even though he ages like milk.
Yeah, he's starting to look like Gollum.
Yeah. He's aging not as gracefully as I'd like.
No.
But I don't see him in much these days. Wasn't he in that other
X-Files?
No, he was in that other John Cena movie.
Oh,
that
the
shitty
Marine?
one, like the Marine. Yeah. I saw him and I was like, this movie sucks. Hey, wait, it's good
Commando.
Now. It's good
Commando.
now.
It's Commando with John Cena. That's all it is. He takes a fucking, what was it? A fire extinguisher right to the face and barely has a cut.
Yeah. It was a bad movie, but they chose that for movie night at work, so that's the only reason I ever ended up watching it. But I gotta say, that movie aside, like I usually actually like John Cena and things. I hated him as a wrestler right from the get-go, right from when he first came out.
You hated him because you couldn't see him.
Yeah, well, that was before he even did that. When he came out and he was this whack.
Was he like all hip-hoppy or something?
Yeah, he came out and he was always he had a chain and wore those big jean shorts. I think he's no matter what he was doing. Then when he did the Marine, all of a sudden he was like super patriotic. He's just trying to be like Hulk Hogan level of patriotic. I don't know. He always just came off real lame to me. So I was like, well,
he seems to be a real likable guy. So
yeah, he seems super nice. He'd probably be like nice in real life to even, as long as you weren't real weird. But like that, I don't know. I've seen a video where someone was like trying to like sneak film him. He's like, if you want a picture, you could just ask, but following me around the store is fucking weird. So appreciate if you wouldn't do that. So he seems like a pretty down to earth guy. But yeah, as far as especially if it's got some humor to it, he seems really good in like a humor role. So
yeah, he's good at the funny.
So
he's well. The thing about Peacemaker is it shows off how good he is as an actor too, because there's one scene where he like breaks down, and I was just kind of like, "Oh shit, I didn't expect to see that." And there's like that one rule when it comes to Arnold movies: never let Arnold cry.
Yeah,
but you see John Cena cry, and it's like, "Oh damn."
Well, I did see Junior. Where's Larry?
Like, oh shit,
he's crying.
He's like, oh, his daddy's little girl.
He's not crying because he's just crying because the estrogen, man. Yeah, but yeah, pleasantly surprised.
And it got picked up for a second season.
So yeah, I'm all in on that. It perfectly goes with the Suicide Squad. Like I liked the Suicide Squad movie, but I liked Peacemaker more. So that's saying something. I thought the Suicide Squad movie was much better than the first one.
Oh yeah.
It feels like everyone local that I talked to about it's like, nah, man, I like the original one. It was way better. And you're like, don't talk to me again. No, but it's like, That's a lot of.
It's like
but it's
fac the fac af.
yeah, but I'm just like, I'll just shut up about it. Yeah.
But the other big show that ended recently was Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, man, we were like bombarded with coolness twice a week, and then we're in like a dead zone before Moon Knight comes out. I'm looking forward to Moon Knight.
Yeah,
Card's
cool.
coming out now. Finally, that's good. Moon Knight looks awesome. I like
Halo.
Moon Knight.
Halo's coming out pretty soon too.
And I've been talking more about I finally watched the trailer. I kind of like avoided it. I was like, I'm just gonna check the show out, but I actually watched the trailer. Looks decent.
It looks badass. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as Book of Boba Fett goes and Moon Knight, I like Moon Knight. I think it should have been. I'm glad he could have been a movie. I think they should have gave Moon Knight the movie, and Eternals should have been a series.
The show, yeah.
I think it would have been better as a series. I've been talking more about that lately, and everyone seems to agree that I've been talking about that. So, yeah, Eternals should have been a show because it was about people like they were banking on the stars that were in it rather than like the heroes that nobody knows.
Yeah.
And
it was like, we got Angelina Jolie, guys.
Yeah, I think it would have been much cooler if it was a series. And like Moon Knight, I'm happy it's going to be a show because you'll get more screen time. But I'm glad people are going to start more people start realizing how cool Moon Knight is. I think.
Yeah, guy at work is like super stoked over that because according to him, that's his favorite superhero. So
that's cool.
I don't know much about him, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the show.
Yeah, I gotten like a lot of his like older issues. They kind of like backburnered him big time, and he wasn't really in a lot. He'd be like part of a random ass team or something, just come in for a random cameo. But like I got a fair amount of his original series and a couple of his like I think in the mid 2000s they gave him his own series again. I got a bunch of that around the time of the Civil War. So what I know about him, I can't say I'm an expert, but I like him. I like him a lot. So here's hoping it's awesome. You know what else is awesome?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Yeah. So now that's over. Now we've seen all of it. What's your thoughts on it?
I wasn't too big on it at the start. I did like the fact that we got some backstory on the Tuskens.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see like what their culture is like. But at the beginning, I was just kind of like, whatever. But like once they started bringing in all the other characters from the Mandalorian show, it got pretty badass toward the end. Even though it does kind of feel like they're going to start spinning it off in all these different directions, like that sheriff, like Timothy Oliphant's sheriff character is probably going to get his own show.
I'm feeling that too. Yeah.
Well, like because what's her name? Gina Carano's was to get her own show before she, started mouthing off.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that they're going to give his character her show.
Maybe, yeah.
Because she was supposed to be. It was supposed to be about her being a sheriff. It was supposed to be like a western.
Yeah, when she joined the the guard
Rangers?
or whatever? Yeah, Rangers.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're going to give it to him, and I don't have a problem with that because I like his character.
Yeah, I liked his character a lot too.
But the whole Mandalorian showing up, the whole episode being about him and all that, it took me by surprise. Some of the stuff that happens in that episode was pretty awesome.
I didn't have that spoiled either. I was so happy that I didn't get I just avoid shit, and I've been pretty effective on it so far. I'm just hoping that I love being a nerd, but I kind of detest people that have to
ruin shit.
Decipher the Easter eggs in a poster, in a trailer, and I just like, can you just let it come out? Then
enjoy it.
Nerd to the stars and back about it. Like I love nerding about stuff, but sometimes nerding goes too far, and I'm like, man, I feel like I don't even like this. I feel like I don't like this enough. Like I feel like I'm almost a poser at this, but I know I'm all about this shit. I'm like, there's just a little extra sometimes. You're like, let me discover things for myself. It's not even out for 2 months. Can we just let it come out before you're, oh my God, see that piece of the glass it's reflecting? That's Deadpool and shit. It was like, fuck off.
But
I don't need to get my squinties on. I'll just watch the goddamn movie.
I was super thrilled that they did a live action Cad Bane.
Yeah, Really, that was
When
really
he
cool.
showed up, my neighbors probably would have heard me go like, ah! Like I fucking squeed.
Yeah, that was.
I
One
was
of
like,
the cool things.
this is the best show ever.
So what I liked like how they told the story with like you'd think it would be two different people's storylines, but they were both Boba Fett storylines, so they kind of caught you up on how did he get out of the Sarlacc pit, brah, to what's going on with him now, and they kind of like
How did he get to where he was in
Like,
the
yeah, like,
Mandalorian when they found him?
like his back to tank dreams and whatever. Like I thought that was a really cool way of telling the story. So it was actually like I was actually really into it right away about that kind of stuff, and I liked that they took their time and didn't just like. I mean, the part where he got out of the Sarlacc pit was pretty like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in there.
Oh shit! I'm all burnt. I'm all acid burnt.
He was all in there for a part of the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I saw a thing that was funny. I was like, what if the whole thing is just a fever dream while he's slowly being digested over 1,000 years? And it's just him. He's actually just still in there. But I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm glad they fixed CGI Luke. He finally looked good.
Yeah, he didn't look too awful to me, honestly. Might have been the tears in my eyes, but I thought he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And,
No, man, I swear that moment where Grogu jumps into the Mandalorian's arms at that point, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really, 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 really good show. I really can stand that lazy cyberpunk gang though, with their Vespas.
Yeah, they're slow ass motorcycles. I'm sitting there going like, "Oh look, go over there, get over there real fast so we can go and check this thing out." And they're like,
yeah. It was the most lazy cyberpunk cosplay I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then
and I saw more people talking about like the reason why in the last episode that one dude did that spin before he shot his gun.
Yeah.
Everyone was complaining about it. I was like, of all the things.
I was because I noticed it too.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a little extra. You didn't need to. There's Becca.
Yeah.
It's like, or you could just go.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to move your arm.
He's like, I just watched Cowboy Bebop. It had to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, all right. Just trying to get some star power going. Just trying to get some oomph.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was questionable. Those were the only characters I actually really hated. I mean that the guy, the mayor's liaison guy.
Oh, his
he was annoying.
His public relations off guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that whole episode, honestly, with his like that really slow, high speed chase.
Yeah.
Awful. So I'd say I think it was the third. Was that the third episode?
I think it was like the second or third. Yeah.
Yeah. Third episode was garbage, but for the most part, the rest of it, excellent. One thing that really bugged me though, and I get it, happens in just about everything, where a character's got a mask or a helmet. They got to give the actor face time, but I'm like, God damn it! Would you put on your fucking Boba Fett helmet already? Jesus Christ!
I just think it's funny that like we got dad bod Boba.
I wanted to nerd out and fucking get a stopwatch every time he actually is wearing his helmet, and then go through the runtime of the entire series. Like he wore it for 2 minutes of the fucking 6 hours.
Yeah, it's whenever there's a stunt about to happen, that's when he puts the mask on so you can't see it's not really.
I'm gonna walk around where at any time I could be shot in the face with my helmet under. You got it. It's right there. Put it on. That's why you got it.
We got to see a Rancor rampaging.
Yeah, Rancor in general was cool to see again.
Yeah. And fucking Danny Trejo's the trainer. That was the best. That was He's like sitting there going like, yeah, that's not how to do it. It's like,
it's one of those people where you see them and you're like, I know how much you like Star Wars, and I'm so happy for you getting to be in the Star Wars. It's like that guy from Kim's Convenience being one of the X-Wing guys in Mando.
Oh yeah.
And then again when he was checking out his new ship.
Yeah, what's the Mandalorian's new ship is awesome.
Yeah, I like that. I'll be getting a set of that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I was happy to see Mando. Honestly, Mando existing kind of like made me go, I don't even, when they announced the Boba Fett show, I was like, he's irrelevant. Mando exists now. Instead of just being like, you got to read a book and you got to, if you play this game, you'll see how badass Boba Fett is. It's like, oh, he's just been badass on screen. I can just see it. Where everyone's
Yeah,
like,
just-
you know,
I just-
I
I
always
just
like
like-
Boba Fett as a character too, and I played a lot of games and I read a lot of books, so I know. But like, it's so hard for someone who just watches the movies to be like, no, he's actually really cool. He doesn't just look cool. He does lots of cool stuff. And I'm like, you'd be like, why is the Mandalorian cool? I don't know if you watched Mandalorian. That's
Yeah.
why he's cool.
I just like that they're like setting up this whole like TV universe where everything's connected.
Yeah, if they keep
So-
going with the quality they have, if they murder the Vespa gang first episode of whatever show is next. I know it doesn't even line up, but Kenobi, they could just fuck with Obi-Wan. He just cuts off all their heads in one swipe.
Really looking forward to Kenobi.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm happy to see what they got going on with that. I've been slowly catching up on the animated stuff. I know we've talked about it before. Clone Wars, I've been watching it pretty steadily. My kids are into it, so I can turn it on and have them. Oh, can I just watch stupid YouTube videos of people making weird drinks and shit? I don't know what the fuck they.
I want to watch people play Minecraft.
No, there's Roblox and fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, you have this game, just play it.
Just go play it.
Oh my god, there's like, I don't even know some of their names. Some of them I know by name, and then my wife and I just make fun of them. Oh, he was watching that guy that's like, and we like make fun of them, and she's like, yeah, I know. He was watching that for an hour and a half earlier. I was like, yeah, it's pretty bad when we're like have to be like, no YouTube tonight. Watch Netflix or something, or Disney Plus.
Yeah, go watch the Cuphead show on Netflix.
An actual show. They watched all of Cuphead without me while I was at work, and it made me mad. Apparently they loved it, but they watched it all in like a sitting. I was like, so much for me going, hey guys, check out this new show. Because right away it was like, check it out. I've heard it's kind of.
I haven't seen it. So
I heard it's pretty weak anyway from anyone that isn't. And
it got picked up for a second season, so
yeah. So I wanted to be able to talk about that. I was hoping to have that to talk about, but I'm like, I'm probably not going to sit and watch it by myself. I'll probably throw it on in the background while I'm in the game room working on shit. But yeah, maybe.
Well, speaking of cartoons, you said there's a Lord of the Rings anime coming out.
Yeah. So I believe it's April 2024, so it's a ways off. But they've shown a couple images of it. So I had my wires all crossed because I was talking to a guy at work about it as soon as I saw it, and I was like, "Wow, 3 Lord of the Rings projects in the works like right now, all at once." I was like, "There's the Netflix one, there's the Amazon one." He's like, "Wait, a Netflix one?" I was like, "Yeah." They announced theirs before the Amazon one because it was like, "Yeah, there's Rings of Power on Amazon," and I don't even know what the Netflix one was, but I guess they were all vying for the rights, and some dickhead jumped the gun and was like, "Netflix producing this." So I've been thinking the whole time that there's 2 separate series, one on Amazon, one on Netflix, but no, it's Amazon won out the rights, so they're doing it. So thanks, random dickhead who wrote an article that I fucking bought into. So there's 2 awesome ones, and it's called the War of the Rohirrim, and it's coming out April 12th, 2024. But I'm here for it. I'm always down for more Lord of the Rings.
Hell yeah.
I think an anime Lord of the Rings would be amazing. But then the guy was like looking it up with me, and I was like, I know they said that. And then I found like something saying that I think it was HBO and Amazon and Netflix were all vying for it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, it's a good thing I didn't think.
was like, give me the rights, and I'll take you into space.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. So I was like, I'm happy that any Lord of the Rings is getting worked on. You know.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for Rings of Power. I mean, what the teaser, I guess, is more like it. It looks pretty cool.
The pretty cool thing is like the logo being formed isn't CG. Like all that gold that's kind of like pouring into that's actually a thing they made. Like that's practical. So I thought that was cool. It's like, well, if they put that much work into the whole show, it should all be cool as shit.
It's gonna be amazing.
So yeah, I'm here for that. More Lord of the Rings is only ever a good thing. You know what else there's more of is always welcome? Lego sets. I'm always down for more Lego sets. And this one's topical because it's the Horizon Forbidden West set. They got a tall neck. They got Aloy. It looks badass. I mean, I think a lot of the creatures from the Horizon games are perfect for Lego sets.
Yeah.
They pretty much look like they're made out of Legos anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. I don't know if I can
Michael Bay Transformers.
I don't know if I can afford it. I don't know. We'll see if I afford it.
Well, how much is this? How much is it supposed to be?
I think it's like $180.
Oh,
US.
well, it's Legos.
Something
I should
like-
not be surprised.
Yeah, 150, 180. I can't remember offhand.
Is that Canadian?
But no, American, I believe.
Okay.
When I saw it, I usually try to look things up in American because I know most of my friends I know care about that kind of shit. But yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'll see if I see it, and maybe if it's girthy, maybe I'll pick it up. I told Church to grab it. When I saw it, I actually tagged him and said, "Buy it, you coward!" So even if he doesn't feel like building it, I can build it for him. I'll build it for you if you just want the statue. So yeah, I think that would be a fun build video if we did get that. We've got a lot of Lego sets to.
Was there like a big edition of Forbidden West that came with a statue this time?
Yeah, and Church was gonna get it, and then he didn't. He got he had it ordered. Yeah, he ordered it, but then he like backed out and got like the mid edition, the limited edition, I think. So, what's going on with that guy? It's good. Dish. It's good. But yeah, he's
talk to me. Tell me something.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be getting maybe. It's gonna have to be a really cool collector's edition. I've kind of decided if I get anything else, because just the
space,
the amount of space, especially after that Cyberpunk one. Cyberpunk one low key pissed me off. It was so big. When I got it, I'm like, there's not even that much in here. Most of this is box.
It's like unfolding boxes and stuff.
It's super cool, but it's a super big waste of space. I was like, I had half a mind to recycle all this shit. But glad I got it. Too bad I got it way late. Like I probably could have got it cheaper if I just waited and bought it when the time that I got
it. They still have one at the Best Buy by me.
Yeah, it's
but it's for the PC.
But you know, they got all the updates out now, and I'm gonna start it on Xbox soon and get my money's worth out of that sumbitch. You know, I've already beat it on PS4, but like I said, when I was playing it, I was like, I'm not gonna do absolutely everything, so I'm not like 4 hours into it, like, oh, man, I've done all this to death. So,
I'm sick of hunting after these robot guys, these psycho robots.
So I'm gonna jump back into that soon. I think I'm gonna jump into that and Fallout 76 again to see what's going on. And it seems like some really interesting stuff's going on with that. All the updates. I heard you can go back to like the pit now, like from Fallout 3's DLC. I don't know. I'm just gonna jump in. Church and I liked it more than everyone else in the world seemed to like it when it came out. So maybe I'll convince him to jump in at the same time.
Ooh.
We can link up maybe. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. What else has looked pretty cool looking that's come out lately is Triangle Strategy. There's another game made in the Octopath Traveler engine. That cool 3D, 2D
toy looking
look.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So I was trying to get it. I was hoping to get it on release day, but I'm going out of town this week, so I didn't order it. I was like, I'll just pick it up out of town. So I'm lucky to be going out of town a lot to Thunder Bay, which isn't the greatest place. Like I was telling you, it was like, if I could go anywhere else, I wouldn't be excited at all about going there. But since it's kind of the only place I can go that has shit that I can buy that I can't find local, I'm stoked as shit every time I get to go out of town. So yeah, I'll probably pick that up. They also got the sequel coming out this year to Octopath Traveler. It's called Champions of the Continent.
Game that takes people 13 years to beat.
It is a long ass game. I'm pretty far into it, but I don't even think I'm halfway, and I'm several dozen hours into it. So I got the Wayfarer's edition of that one. So yeah, that one respects my space. It's only like this big. It's got some cool shit in it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep with, unless it's got a badass statue that I gotta have. I think from now on I'm gonna just play it safe and get Limited edition at most.
Yeah, not everyone has a big display case for statues. Church.
I mean, I got lots of space for that shit, but I also buy action figures like they're gonna be a rare commodity. Like they're gonna be like, we ran out of plastic, guys. So like one day plastic is gonna be like the most expensive currency on the planet, and I'll be like, I got Batman figures.
Yeah. How many Wonder Women do you have to pay for this food?
Instead of the faces on the bills, it's like the character that the plastic is molded into. Like Batman's $100 bill.
This steak dinner costs 13 flashes.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cheap. Flashes like nickels. Yeah, that'd be. Oh, poor Flash. He deserves better.
But another thing that's got announced not too long ago was that PSVR 2.
You know, we all about that.
Yeah.
We've both been kind of falling behind on finding VR games that are.
I keep buying 3D
I don't
movies
wanna say-
to watch in my PSVR, but I keep on forgetting about the games.
I can't like. I'm missing being able to just pick them up off the shelf and buy them. I don't feel like I don't like ordering every game I buy, and I feel like that seems to be the case now. Is like if I want it, I gotta order it because Walmart's not getting in VR games really at all, and they're not doing so many that I don't have to import from like the UK, and so we don't actually have a highlight, but we want to talk about how stoked we are for PSVR 2.
Yes.
It's got some more capable looking controllers. They look almost identical to like the Quest, and I'm down for that.
It looked like they're going to be
Better
more
than the
comfortable.
ice cream cones.
Yeah, well, because instead of holding them like this, you're just going to have your hands in fists. So.
You know what? I'm still fucking gonna do it like this. Like, don't do that. It's not good for them.
Don't do it. Yeah, the
headset.
headset looks a little more sleek and compact.
Yeah.
But I guess the only thing people have been complaining about that I've read is that it's still corded. But because I guess the Oculus isn't, some of the ones for the PC are not. Well, yeah, well,
it goes with the PS5, so
yeah, so it's not a big deal to me, at least.
I don't really care. Yeah, it
As
doesn't.
long as
really
there's plenty of people, and I'm not going to pull my PS5 off the shelf and
Yeah.
have it come crashing down to the floor.
It's like, sorry guys, it's got a NES Mini amount of controller wire length, which is like, oh shit. Is there lightning going off at your place?
Yeah, it's like, look, we had a little power fluctuation.
Well, stick with me, bro.
No, don't go.
So yeah, well, I'm happy that's coming out. Hopefully, we get some widespread release titles. Keep an eye out. But
I want Iron Man 2, bitches.
I haven't seen stuff really that lately that I'm like, I need to order that.
Well, have they said what it's going to cost?
Oh, I don't know. When the first one came out, I was working at Walmart and I saw it and I was like, so do I have to? How many PS4s come with that? Because that's steep. I remember it being like $500. So I'm thinking about 500 Canadian. I'm thinking $399 US, probably. So he's hoping. Oh, you froze. Did he get a power outage? I sure as hell hope not. Storm or
Yeah, there's like a massive thunderstorm going on right now. It came out of nowhere. I just heard the rain start beating down on the window behind me, and then the internet just cut out.
Shit. Well, we best be quick. Yeah, I think we remember what we were talking about.
What were we talking about? PSVR 2?
Yeah, PSVR 2. So, all right, at least we're back now, and hopefully you don't get knocked out by winter storms again.
No, not winter storms. It was 65 degrees here today.
Shit.
We got fucking Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt outside chasing tornadoes.
I miss Bill Paxton.
Like, oh look, there goes Carrie Elwes.
He was a good man.
Yes, he was.
Bill Paxton. All right.
But yeah, have they announced? The last thing I remember asking was like, have they announced what a price is supposed to be for the PSVR 2?
Oh yes, and that's what I was talking. And I was like, oh, you fall asleep as soon as you ask me a question. I get it. But I remember when I worked at Walmart, when the first one came out, and it was like $4.99 Canadian. And I was like, how many PS4s does that shit come with? So I'm thinking
like $100 more than the PS4.
I'm thinking $349, $399 US. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they
hopefully I can get us deals on that again.
Yeah, ship me that shit in a Pampers box, bitch.
Huggies.
Yep.
But
I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, I don't think they've really announced any games that they're working on.
I do want Iron Man 2. Give me Iron Man 2.
They're just like, here's the shit. Yeah, hopefully you get Josh Keaton to play him again. He's excellent in the first one. Yeah, everyone knows. I really liked everyone that was in the first one. We never did get what I can't remember her name.
Oh, who played Tuesday?
Yeah. Forgot if we were gonna try to get her on, but I don't think it worked out. So that sucks.
That's whatever. We'll see if we can get someone else like that.
We keep swinging for the fences, trying to get the good guests on for us. So far, we've got a pretty good track record of good guests.
Hell yeah!
All right, so without further ado, should we just get some pickups?
Yeah!
And then spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
All right, I'll let you go first, sir. Maybe we'll do category. We'll category at a time. So start with whatever you want.
Should we start with movies, games, or miscellaneous?
Well, we can start with movies.
Movies. Okay, I got a nice selection here.
Miscellaneous, like toys isn't its own ass.
Well, I got something to talk about that isn't gaming or toy related either. So I was going to talk about this little thing. When I went to visit church in Minneapolis in November, so Tom Reiner, Movie Tom, and Justin Cardboard Zero were talking about this the whole time we were there. And I ended up picking it up just because it's called New York Ninja.
Oh, this is our movie highlight. Yes.
Yes, this is our movie highlight.
Movie highlight. Yeah.
So I still haven't watched it.
Well,
I haven't had a chance to yet. It just showed up. It showed up not too long ago. So I basically wanted to use this as the movie highlight because of the story behind it. So this movie was shot in the mid '80s. Well, yeah, they shot it in the mid '80s. The director, I don't know if he had financial troubles or something happened, and he could not finish the movie. They had no audio. They did not use audio there. I guess they were planning on redubbing the movie after the fact because they were shooting it mostly outdoors and they were getting like airplanes and
I'm sold already. I'm just sold already. Just picturing people 30, 40 years later.
Yeah. So the movie was completely shot though. It was completely filmed. So the negatives just ended up sitting around somewhere, and this company, Vinegar Syndrome, heard about the movie and went searching for it. And when they found the negatives, they bought the rights to it, and they wanted to actually edit the movie together and give it a real dub. So they bought the rights, they cut the movie together, and then they got a whole bunch of 90s era direct-to-video martial arts stars to dub the movie. So you got Cynthia Rothrock, you got Don the Dragon Wilson, Gary Daniels, and all of them are in here. It's kind of awesome.
Oh,
and
man, I got to see this.
They made a movie out of basically nothing.
That's sweet.
It was just some random footage, and they cut a movie out. And it's supposed to be awesome. Vinegar Syndrome gave it like this deluxe treatment, and I had to pick it up. It even comes with a booklet on the story of how New York Ninja came to be.
That's cool.
I'm really looking forward to just being able to sit down and have some time to sit down and watch this.
That's an impressive story for just to get a movie made, right?
Yeah. So I had to pick this up. They were talking about it nonstop while I was visiting. So
I might have to check it. I might have to check it out with you.
Yeah.
When I can.
Yeah. The only reason I really bought it was Vinegar Syndrome had like a clearance sale for Valentine's Day, so I ordered it.
Oh, yeah. Then you went a ham on that sale, didn't you?
Yeah. No, I went crazy on the Full Moon and the Scream Factory website.
Okay.
Valentine's Day sales.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I only bought 2 things from them.
Okay.
But when it comes to other shit, I've been going crazy on 4K.
Got it.
So I picked up a copy of Eternals.
I said would have been better. Wouldn't it have been better?
Been better
as
as a
series?
TV show, yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
felt
probably.
like it felt like I was. That's what I like. Sorry, I meant to say earlier when we were talking about it. I felt like I was watching a bunch of episodes of something in a row. You know, when you're like into a show, but like you watch a couple episodes and you kind of like find yourself not paying attention. You're like into it, and you're like, okay, what's going on? And you kind of feel like your mind wandering, and so you're like, I'm gonna turn this off and finish it later. That's the feeling I got from that. I was like, I'm still interested. I still want to know where it's going, but I kind of want to watch the rest later.
Yeah, my thing with it was promising it was going to be like this big epic thing that's going on, and it turned out to not be so epic.
It, movie epic and TV show epic is like a different thing, and I think it would have been more TV show epic. Like
it also feels like there should have been more movie to it because it felt like shit was just kind of coming out of nowhere a lot of times.
Yeah,
like we didn't get all the information we needed.
Yeah,
and a lot of the stars are wasted. Like Angelina Jolie's in it, but she has maybe 10 lines of dialogue the whole movie.
Yeah, and she's like the most badass fighter, but she's broken.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of a cool part. Like they told the story of like all the characters, so like kind of like introduced them like you need to do in a show, because like I said, these are as far as Marvel characters go, I barely knew who the hell these guys were.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting like, Joe moviegoer who just like, I like the MCU movies. I never really got into comics or, the cartoons and crap, but I can follow along. He's gonna be like, who the hell is this now?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But,
when I'm basically like, who the hell is this? It's kind of
My brother hasn't watched it because he doesn't like the director, and the director won an Oscar last year for Best Picture and Best Director.
Yeah, I remember. I watched the stream.
Okay, so I couldn't remember the name of the actress. So I guess the movie that she won the Oscar for is Frances McDormand is in it, and I guess she's homeless. And when I told him, I was like, "Oh yeah, did you see it?" Or I asked him when he came to visit last. I was like, "Oh, did you go see Eternals?" And he was like, "No, I didn't, because the person who directed his last movie was so bad." I was like, "But I won the Oscar for Best Picture," and he's like, "Yeah, well." If your idea of the best movie of the year is watching Frances McDormand shit into a bucket for 45 minutes, he's like, then that's the movie for you. I was like, what?
Boy, have I got the answer to your prayers. Yeah, it's I haven't seen it myself, but yeah, it's that was that Stormy had me laughing the other day when I was watching your stream.
So yeah, I want to say that it's not my least favorite. I still think that spot's reserved for Avengers 2.
Age of Ultron's your least favorite?
Yeah, I hate it.
I'd say Iron Man 3 is still my least favorite.
Yeah,
I can't stand Iron Man 3.
That one is probably like three away from the bottom. It's Ultron, and then Thor 2, and then that.
Yeah, I was expecting Thor 2. A lot of people dog on that, and I was like, yeah, that one is just kind of not memorable. I didn't think it was.
The bad guys are like, we are doing these evil things because we are evil.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it wasn't really. I wouldn't call it bad altogether. Whereas like Iron Man 3 was just disappointment followed by a bad, like a bait and switch. Like, ooh, you're getting the Mandarin. Just kidding, you're getting this generic bad guy. Oh. So the whole, and he's not Iron Man for 95% of the movie. So you're like, just call it Tony then. Call it Tony Stark's. Tony Stark's little jaunt, little adventure. So yeah, bogus journey.
Let's see. Then I picked up Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah,
because I had to.
I'll save you a spoiler. I also picked up Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh shit!
I know you didn't expect it.
Oh, I know, man. I didn't know if you were gonna do it, man. I was debating.
I don't know who's gonna pull the trigger on that. You might wait for a sale. I was gonna wait till it was in the $5 dump bin at Walmart, but
yeah,
pull the trigger.
I bought this one. Showed up. I pre-ordered this because when I found out what it was, I was like, "Yes, give it to me." And I watched it today. I bought a 4K of Hard Target.
Cool.
And the reason I bought this is because it's the international unrated cut. And we've never gotten an official release of that over here. We've always just gotten the theatrical R-rated cut. I actually saw the unrated cut. I downloaded it years ago, and watched it, and it's the same movie. Nothing's changed. It's just the movie isn't as fast paced as it was. It's like there's actually like character stuff going on in it now.
Oh, okay.
Like before Lance Henriksen and Van Damme have their like duel at the end of the movie, they actually have a conversation first.
No.
And
There he is. We must kung fu fight.
Well, it was like originally it was like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have hunted me, and oh, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, let's fight now. Boom, it's over. You know, now it's kind of like Lance Henriksen he's holding Yancy Butler hostage. He's got like her hair. He has an arrow in her hair, and he's got it wrapped up and sticking up under her neck like he's gonna stab her in the chin. And he's like, "Thanks for fucking up my whole game thing." And he was just like, you know, what do you think? You're like some kind of a hero? He goes, "Hey, poor people get bored too." And Lance Henriksen goes, "Nice." It's like they actually like the characters actually have personalities in this movie instead of just being like an archetype of some kind. You know.
Oh, I gotta tell you, speaking of having no personality in a movie, the last time I was in Thunder Bay, just as we were getting ready to leave, randomly, a Steven Seagal movie was on. So, but it was in Spanish, which is weird in Canada because if it's going to be in another language, you figure it would be in French.
Yeah.
But it was a Spanish the Spanish movie, and I don't even know what it was because I don't watch a lot of Seagal movies. But it was infinitely more entertaining.
The guy probably put actual like
Spanish because they're like I don't know
emotion behind his lines when he does.
Yeah, we would put we would just go. What about you? Said something like this, and we just were like commentating on it. It was pretty funny. But we're like, it was like, of course we're leaving now. I was like, I'd sit and watch this whole ass movie in Spanish because it's fucking hilarious. Because it was just hilariously bad in all aspects, and I'm like, I'm feeling this more than I'd usually be feeling a Seagal movie when I turned it on. Sorry, I decided to do that.
That's cool.
Little side story.
But yeah, this is worth having. It looks great. It sounds great. And
I don't think I've
extra stuff.
I don't think I've never seen either version of it.
You really never seen Hard Target? John Woo. It's John Woo's first American movie.
No, I don't think I've ever.
He did it before Broken Arrow.
I might.
And Sam Raimi produced it.
I might have
probably
seen it.
why the movie is so gory.
Yeah, I might have seen it. I mean, there's a lot of movies I've seen that I'd be like, oh yeah, I just didn't remember the name of that one. There's ones I watch half the movie and then I'm like, I've seen this. So
now we just need a 4K of Time Cop.
There we go.
And Bloodsport.
There we are.
Damn Skippy. For some reason, I bought 4Ks of the Maniac Cop 2 and 3.
And just opened one of them?
I just opened part 3.
Just
but yeah, for some reason, I decided to buy 4K. I don't know why these movies are on 4K. I have no idea.
Because you gotta.
But it also Vinegar Syndrome is guilty of this too. I have another one to show. But Blue Underground picks like the weirdest movies to upgrade to 4K. But we have 4Ks of part 2 and 3, but not one of part 1.
Bastards.
So whatever. Zombie killer cop slasher movies. Sure. Bruce Campbell's in the first one. But like Vinegar Syndrome, I bought this the same time I bought that New York Ninja. But Vinegar Syndrome thought it was a cool idea to put a 4K of Dead Heat out. And it's like, what? This movie bombed hard at the box office. Like nobody fucking saw it. It's become like a cult movie. Well, it's like Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams in a zombie movie.
Okay.
From the 80s, and it's actually not bad. It's funny. The practical effects are fantastic.
Oh, practical effects.
There's like a female character who is undead, and you get to watch her like rot away to nothing. As she's standing there, her arm starts to rot, and then her arm just falls off, and then she just turns into nothing. It's really awesome the way they do it.
What a lost art of that is. You don't ever see that in cool shit anymore.
Yeah. But like when I saw that they had this, and it was on sale also, when I saw that they had this, I was like, I absolutely have to have that because why is it on 4K? I don't know. We don't have RoboCop, but we have Dead Heat. But that's all I decided to show off for the movies.
Cool. Well, you're not going to be the only one unwrapping movies as you talk about them. Because for a Captain Algebra, no sealed movies. But I picked up a new DC animated movie in a steelbook, and it's
Because you're a steelbook slut.
Catwoman Hunted.
Who plays her?
Man, I don't know. Someone.
They usually have some.
Not
blood
Michelle
celebrity.
Pfeiffer. Elizabeth Gillies?
Never.
Or
heard of her.
Stephanie Beatrice. But I assume
Oh,
it's
Stephanie
Elizabeth
Beatrice.
Gillies.
She's from Brooklyn 9. What's it? Brooklyn
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
911.
Nine-Nine?
Yeah, 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's,
So,
she's that girl who never smiles. The one who's always
Yeah.
serious. She's an Encanto also.
Yeah. Shit, what's her name? I can't remember. I love that show, and I can't remember her name offhand because I'm very tired. But yeah, Steelbook, awesome. I don't mind Catwoman. It's not Michelle Pfeiffer, but I'll make do.
Hey, did you
So,
notice something?
happy to see that.
The logo's gone.
What logo?
The little StreamYard logo.
Oh, it's still there on my screen.
Oh. Okay.
You found a way to oust it. You must have You must have bought the upgrade or something.
Thanks, Internet, crapping out. Thank you.
And then I got another movie. I live right around the corner from our public library. My kids loved going, but with COVID, it's been open and closed so much that we're like, I don't even know if it's worth walking over there. I don't know if it's open or not. So this past week, my kids' school sent home like a bingo card thing with every space you check off is for doing like a library related thing. It can be anything from reading under a blanket to checking out an audiobook, reading an ebook, reading a book based on a movie. 25 things. One of them's a free space.
Licensed books.
Yeah, so my daughter loves going to the library, like I already said, and was so stoked. She's like, "Can we please go?" I was like, "I never say no. As long as I'm home and I have the time, I have no problem whenever bringing you to the library." So I brought both my daughters over to the library, and we went around 5 o'clock, maybe 20 after 5, and we got home at 7:45, and their bedtime's 8, and they had not eaten supper, but they had that much fun. We checked out a stack of books. Out of the 25 spaces, I think they managed to check off 15 of them. So every line you get is like an entrance into a draw for an iPad. And my daughter doesn't even give a single fuck about the iPad. She's like, this is just fun things I want to do. So, but I'm like, yeah, still win the iPad though. So
Yeah.
she's actually like,
You donate it to your dear old dad.
yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, because like all these, I had a tablet that I've only ever used when I stream, and I've streamed twice ever. So that's about it. Oh, and I wanted to check out the Fire Emblem mobile game. That's the only time I ever use it. So I've got about 3 hours of use in this fucking thing. But yeah, I have it around here somewhere. But my family steals it anytime one of theirs goes on the fritz. So anyway, the whole point of that was I picked up a movie because sometimes they got movies for sale for $2, depending. It doesn't matter if it's DVD, Blu-ray, and they had a $2 Arnold movie, and I cannot say no to a $2 Schwarzenegger movie. Not his best movie, but I got Maggie. Look at that, all library and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put it in a proper case.
My daughter's a zombie. Yeah.
So it's like I said, not his best movie. I didn't think it was awful. It just kind of was there, and it was $2, and I will add that to the collection.
Yeah.
I intend to at one point have all his movies. So I've seen them all, but I don't own them all. And yeah, besides Ghostbusters, that's my super light. I can show off my copy of the Clifford movie that I haven't even watched, that my kids have watched like 5 times. Yeah, nah, that's not for me. So shall we get into the games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had kind of like a Genesis run lately.
You got a good amount pickups.
I'm not gonna show, like I said, I'm not gonna show all of them. I'm gonna show
we
four
do the highlights
games here.
We do the highlights.
But my buddy over on Instagram, Toy Source Games, he does repros. I've talked about him a lot on my channel. He was selling one specific repro that I was super interested in, and at the same time, I went back in like earlier posts of his, and I found one that piqued my interest. I didn't even know this game existed. So I was like, can I get a copy of that too if you still have any? And he said, yeah, he still had some. But it's a copy of Second Samurai.
Okay, is that a sequel?
It's the sequel to First Samurai.
Oh, sweet!
And I guess it only came out on the Genesis overseas.
Oh no, my sword! Oh no! That's Church and I our inside joke because we played that right before MGC. On
my sword!
Oh no, my sword! As soon as someone hits him, I think he drops it.
Yep. It comes out a really cool, heavy red cartridge. It's a side-scrolling platformer / beat 'em up, but the main reason I wanted it is because I try to get the Psygnosis games.
You do.
So I picked it up because I did not, like I said, I didn't even know this game freaking existed. So it's just surprising.
Still on the quest. He's still on the quest.
Yeah, unofficially, yeah. But the one I was trying to get from him was this Mortal Kombat Arcade Edition. And the thing about this was I saw a video on Sega Lord X's channel on YouTube about it. And I guess one of the reasons... I mean, the Genesis version of the original game is still considered to be better than the Super Nintendo one because the gore is in it. But the graphics and the sound effects suffer on the Genesis because it's the Genesis. So... I guess a lot of sound effects were missing, a lot of voices were missing, the graphics, like the animations were choppier, like more frames of animation were missing, some of the backgrounds were missing, and stuff like that. So some guy decided to hack the game and put all that stuff that was not included back into it.
Hell yeah!
And so the cartridge is a lot bigger meg-wise now.
That's why is it heavy like the Second Samurai then?
No, but the game itself is fucking awesome looking because it's like got this blood splatter look to it, which is amazing.
It should,
and it even comes with a manual, which is awesome. But yeah, I didn't think this was going to get like some. I didn't think anybody was going to put this on a cart. I thought it was just a ROM that you could download. So
you thought wrong.
I thought wrong. So yeah, when I saw that he was selling this, I was like, "Give it to me because I'm a Mortal. You're the Steelbook slut. I'm the Mortal Kombat slut."
Yeah,
had to have it.
And it does. Combat Steelbooks could come together.
Yeah,
facing each other.
I tried it out, and it does look better. It does sound better.
Cool.
The graphics are actually improved a little bit. And the other one is a official repro, I guess. It's the Mega Man Wily Wars. Ooh. I got it from Limited Run. One of the few things that's shown up from them recently.
Yeah, the only one of their repros that I've given a shit about and thought of ordering. Yeah.
So yeah, it comes with like a bunch of it has a bunch of these like lenticular posters for like all the different characters. You can slip them in here and replace the ones like there's a Proto Man, a Cut Man. There's like 5 of them I think total.
Yeah.
It comes with a sticker book and a full color manual.
Stickers.
Yay! And a poster. And the game itself is like this blue glitter color. But basically, the game is it's like a remastered version for the Genesis of the first 3 Mega Man games.
Mm-hmm. I remember you were talking on your stream about it. I was like, no, it's not. It's not
game.
Mega Man Power Fighting or whatever they're called.
Yeah, that's the arcade version that I played.
Yeah.
But then I watched a video on it, and it is the first 3 Mega Man games in one cartridge, just done with Genesis graphics and music.
Yeah. They basically did with Mega Man what the Mario All-Stars collection did, and kind of updated it a bit. Yeah, I've always thought it looked cool.
Yeah,
I thought about ordering that, but I think it came out at a bad time. Or
I've debated getting a repro earlier, like years ago, because a bunch of the places that I was always buying repros from always had that available, and I was always like, "It's Mega Man; it's always going to be there. I'll get it." And then I get this really cool collector's edition version of it. I was like, "Okay, I'm glad I waited because I got it comes in a cool plastic case and everything."
That's just tight.
And then the last game I got is the game I'm currently playing, and that's Horizon 2 Forbidden West.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the motherfucking yeah, brah.
Well, no spoiler. Got it too.
Yes.
I've been playing the absolute shit out of it. I'm like 34 hours into it.
I'm maybe 8 hours into it at this point.
I worked a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, and was sad because the Friday night was the release of Forbidden West. I was like, why couldn't my 3-day night shifts be starting tonight so that I could get a solid 20-something hours on this bitch?
So I have a story about playing this. So I bought this game on the PS4, and I played it for maybe like 2 hours the night that I bought it. And I was
the
like,
way to buy it.
Huh?
It's the way to buy it because
Yeah.
you're spending $10 extra for the white thing at the top of the case that says PS5 if you're buying the PS5 version.
So I played it for like 2 hours, and then that night, one of my coworkers sends me a text message with a picture of a PS5, and he says, "If you want it, it's yours." And I was like, "God damn it!" So I got a PS5.
Fuck yeah, you did.
So the first game I popped in when I got the PS5 was Forbidden West, because it says right here it's got a free upgrade of the PS5 version. And I installed it, and it had a huge update. It was like 85 gigs or something. And I was like, oh, that must be the upgrade to the PS5 graphics and all that. I was like, okay, cool. So the thing was, it doesn't carry over the save.
Yeah,
because I was playing it on my PS4 and not my PS5. So I'm like, oh, I guess I got to start over. So I'm like, that's fine. I only played 2 hours worth. It's fine. So I replayed all of the stuff I did. I did it faster because I knew what was going on. And I'm playing it, and I'm like, this does not look anything special. This looks exactly like that PS4 version I was playing. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, this is some bullshit.
Take your crappy PS5 back.
Yeah, I was like, that was a waste. I'm like, what the fuck is this all about? I'm like, I'm glad I didn't spend the extra $10 because the PS5 version looks just like it, like the PS4.
Yeah. So
like I save my game, I exit out of the game, and I notice that the way the menus are set up on the PS5 are kind of weird. And I noticed that where it says, "Do you want to play the game?" There was like these 3 little dots next to it, and I guess that's a message for like an extra menu. And I clicked on it, and it opens up this extra menu, and it says "Update to the PS5 version." I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
I was like, "Yeah, it's in the PS5. What do you think I want to do?"
So yeah, I did that. I had to let it download overnight because it was such a big file.
I don't have nostalgia for this. I don't need to play the old version of it.
Yeah, no shit. So like it updated, and in the morning when I woke up, I opened the game, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to start over again and do that 2 hours all over again. Because it showed up as me having a PS4 version of the game installed on the PS5 and the PS5 version. I was like, this is some bullshit.
Yes.
So I go to log in.
And it's one game.
Yeah, so I go to start the game, and it says on the main menu, import PS4 save.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yes. So I booted up, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, oh, this is what a PS5 game is supposed to look like. I get it now. Like, we're here.
I've been loving it. My only real gripe with the game, it feels
very samey.
Yeah, like
Fallout. It's almost like the first game never ended.
It feels like I'm playing like a DLC. It feels like I'm playing Fallout New Vegas versus Fallout 3. Graphically, like it looks exactly the same. I don't have a problem with any of it. My only gripe is, where is my goddamn storm thrower? Remember the weapon you get in the Frozen Wilds? I'm so many hours. Where is the goddamn thing?
My biggest gripe was that fucking throwaway line you get at the very beginning of the game when she hooks up with their buddy from her hometown.
Yeah,
and he's just kind of like, "Oh, where's all your gear?" She's like, "I got mugged."
Yeah, bullshit.
I was like, "What? You beat that fucking giant machine's ass at the end of the last game, and some guy mugged you."
Some guy with just a little pointy rock. Hey.
I was like, "This is some bullshit." So it's just that whole you got to gain all your shit back again. Kind of.
I'm just annoyed that where the fuck is it? I'm 30 hours in.
You still don't have it.
I haven't seen one. I haven't seen an option to buy one. Is it not? Do I have to wait for a DLC for this to come out? That was like I mean, I kind of get it. That weapon destroyed everything.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh no, a thunder jaw or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, Thunderjaw.
Thunderjaw. Oh no, dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, the giant fucking huge bird thing. I can't remember what it's called, Glinthawk or whatever.
Glinthawk, yeah.
There's so many different.
There's a bunch of new ones now.
Yeah.
I fought a kangaroo today.
I don't know. I fought a mammoth. I've been everywhere. I haven't been through the whole map yet, but I've been in enough places where you figure I would have stumbled upon one. So I'm like, I miss that. But at the same time, like I said, I get it. It basically it made me the Terminator.
Yeah. They didn't want you to be OP from the very start.
Yeah, but I'm like, I hope I get it at some point. I love that weapon.
I just think the best thing about this game is I get to spend more time in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I absolutely loved the first game. It was my favorite game of that generation, of the PS4 generation, and
it's up there for me too.
More time I get to spend in that world, the better. Because I think Aloy is a fantastic character. Ashley Birch plays the character fantastically.
I just love the world itself.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's such a interesting take on a post-apocalyptic thing. I'm like, it seems like it's in the past the way everyone acts, but then the whole world itself is built on our rotting. Yeah, so I think it's super badass. I'm loving the story. Everything's pretty cool. I'm hoping to finish it off in the next week or so. I got a couple other games I want to get to, but I'm all for more of it. Yeah. I'm not rushing in any way, and I'm just like I was in the first game. I don't sneak by anything.
No, I beat the shit out of everything I see.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really have much.
I'm gonna do the prerequisite 10 stealth kills so I can get that trophy, and then I'm done doing stealth kills.
Yeah. I was like pretty low level, and I stumbled upon an Apex Thunder Jaw, and I was like, fuck it, I'm fighting this guy. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll fight everyone, just like I would in Skyrim. Oh, I'm level 5. Is that a giant? Fuck him.
So far, the only thing that's given me trouble in the amount that I've played is, I don't know if you've done the mission where you're collecting all the parts for that kid who wants to build that really nice armor set. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I need you to go and find this for me, and I need you to go and find this for me. And then you get back, and he's like, oh, actually, I need you to find this now and this. And he's like, he wants you to find that fire, the one that the guys that look like deer. Yeah. He wants you to find like the one that can spit fire. Yeah. And every time you get near it, it runs away. Yeah. That was the only thing that's given me a problem so far. It's just chasing that bitch down.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff, but it feels very familiar. Like I don't know if you remember, I played it only a few months ago. Mm-hmm. I played it like the month before it was the
game of the month.
The game of the month, and I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch! I didn't even know this one was coming up." I was like, "Well, I'm not playing it again. I just beat it thoroughly, so no." But glad they're doing it. It's a good game. Yeah. So yeah, that was your last game.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have a whole lot. Like I said, not a whole.
Oh, but I did want to talk about that Mortal Kombat thing, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So one of the PS5 games I do own is Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and I was sitting there going. So I played through the core game on my PS4. I'm assuming I'm going to have to do it again now that I have the PS5 version. But I'm assuming that it saves all of your progress on the NetherRealm servers. Because when I booted up the PS5 version, everything that I had done in the PS4 version was available. All the things that I opened up in the crypt, everything that I bought was there. All my stats were there.
It must save it.
So it imported all of that, I think, from the servers because it's not like I played a PS4 version on that and it imported it from my PS4.
That's weird. Is the trophy list the same?
Yeah, the trophy list is exactly the same.
Oh, that's kind of weird. I wish it would stack. Like if a Xbox 360 game.
Well, that's the thing.
And an Xbox One game, they'd have
with Horizon. With Horizon, when I beat the snake things at the beginning of the game, I got a trophy on the PS4 version of it. And then when I played it again on the PS5, it gave me the trophy again. So I have a PS4 trophy and a PS5 trophy.
Okay. Yeah,
but it was just weird how like everything that I did imported onto the game. So I was just like, oh, I don't have to start over and do all this crap again. That's surprising. So I'm hoping that all the other games that I have like that I've rebought on the PS5 are going to do something similar.
That would be cool. I'm still pissed off at my Aftermath collection bullshit edition that they put out like 2 months before they put out the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
That I bought thinking, they usually call it like the Complete Collection or Ultimate Edition. I was like, well, yeah, most all the characters are there, okay. And then they're like, oh yeah, 3 more characters and buy the Ultimate Edition. You're like, you pieces of shit.
Shit.
Yeah, so,
you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, whatever. Still an amazing game. I really liked the add-on. It was a cool, especially for like the first time they've done something like that.
Yeah.
Rather than just adding characters.
Yeah, the entire like epilogue, 10 hours of story.
Yeah, it was really extensive.
Actually, probably like 6 hours.
Yeah, it was fun. I did both campaigns in one sitting.
Yeah, I started playing Aftermath at like 8 in the morning, and I beat it by like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
I got a couple. I bought these for my daughter and myself. My daughter asked for this one around Christmas time. I forgot, or maybe I was just like, "Nah, she's got enough." But she was asking for the Jumanji game, and then she got it and played it for probably 20 minutes, and then it was like something was going on with it. I don't remember what it was, and she was just kind of like, "Yeah." And then tried the other game that we got that day. Game Builder Garage. You know, like my creative games. It's another game where you build games like Dream. And it looks pretty simplistic. She was right into it, building games right away. Screwing around with it. I haven't gotten to check it out myself, but really cool. It was like I think it was $40. It was a $40 game or a $50 game when it came out. But they had a clearance sticker on it, so it was like 15, I think.
Wow.
Maybe 19. So I was like, now's the time to get it, because I was thinking of getting it anyway because of how much fun we had when we played around with Dreams. And like I said, I like the creative kind of games when I'm in a creative mood to play stuff. So that way we can make games and send them back and forth to each other. So stay tuned for maybe more of that. Who knows? And then I got this game that I ordered thinking it was out, but the PS4 version must have just got released, or they were just out of stock for a long ass time, because I think I ordered this in like September, and it's Tormented Souls.
Yeah.
So stoked to get that.
That is a PS5 upgrade?
PS5 upgrade available, yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, I remember Church, I think, got this like in September. And I'd ordered it right before he got it. So we must have ordered it around the same time, and I finally showed up this week.
That makes no sense.
This past week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago now.
Maybe it took them that long to put the French language track in there.
I don't know what it's got.
For you Canadians.
It includes a map and stuff, so that's kind of cool. So what I hear moving around in the case isn't the disc, so that's good.
That's good.
So yeah, pretty small on the grabs. I almost grabbed a couple of games this week, but I was like, I'm gonna hold off. We're going to Thunder Bay. So
yeah, I want to get that Tormented Souls. That looks pretty cool. I watched Radical Reggie's pickup video today, and he talked about that in there.
He copied me.
Yeah, stop copying me.
Yeah, so that's it for games. You got some miscellaneous?
Yes, I do. So I keep on talking. I keep talking about it. That I've been watching Critical Role a lot. And if you don't know what Critical Role is,
he's a big fan.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel where a bunch of voice actors play Dungeons and Dragons, and they stream themselves playing it, and they're really good at it. Matt Mercer, who's the dungeon master, is actually considered to be like the best dungeon master in the world.
What?
So I've actually, my coworker got me interested in watching it because I've played Dungeons and Dragons before, back in like 2007 and 8.
Something I've always wanted to get into, and I just never seem to have the time when I know people who are playing.
Oh. So I've really heavily gotten into watching the show. They're on the third campaign. They're doing their third campaign. They're like maybe 20 episodes in. I like it. I've been going back and watching the second campaign, and the second campaign I love. I'm completely digging it. So I've kind of gotten back into D&D a little bit. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to play it, but I hit up my local half-price books, and I had no intention of like looking for stuff like this. But I was in the game section, And behind
I don't
where the
believe you.
video games were is like the board games and the
Tabletop?
RPG stuff. And I look up, and above me was this giant Dungeons and Dragons like box set.
Ooh, that's
It has
big.
this is the 5th edition, and it has the player's handbook, the monster manual, the dungeon master's guide, and like the dungeon master screen.
Sweet.
And this thing goes for like over $100 normally, and I found it for 40.
Perfect.
And I was not going to say no.
Yeah.
And when I brought it up to the register, the lady at the register was like, "I was wondering how long this was going to last," and I went like, "What?" And she's like, "We just put that out this morning."
Perfect.
I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I got here right in time." And because I picked that up, I was watching an episode of Critical Role, and they mentioned their store on the stream. So I was like, "Oh, I haven't checked out their store in a while. Let's see what they got." And apparently, they made an add-on, like something you can use with 5th edition D&D, based in the world that Matt Mercer created for Critical Role. So you can actually play in Tal'Dorei, which is like the world he created for their games.
That's pretty badass. You got your dices?
I actually have a Critical Role set of dice that I bought in a leather bag and everything. So this has like maps. It has characters that like NPC characters that he made for the games, events, and all that. So you can actually play in the Critical Role universe. And it has a slip in the front that has like this fold-out map of Tal'Dorei.
Sweet.
Which is pretty awesome.
Maps is the best.
And the thing is, I'm spending all this, and they have another one coming out, which is like an actual adventure in the world that he wrote that people can play. Because this is just like a compendium.
So just like a pre-con.
Yeah, like a pre-made
game
campaign.
That's cool.
And I might buy that too, even though I'm probably never going to play it.
Well, I heard you saying at some point you should get friends from all over. You're going to play online and stuff?
Back in 2010 and 11, I was running a game based on what was the name of that company? Eden Studios. They released they basically were like licensing movies and TV shows and turning them into RPGs, and they created this thing called the Unisystem that went across all of the games that they made, that you could have any of their games cross over and they play exactly the same. So they made an Army of Darkness one. They made a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They made an Angel.
Well, the Buffy one you used to play, right?
Yeah, so we started off playing the Buffy one. The one that I was running back then, I was playing a Buffy one, and then we switched into Angel because the Angel game is more adult.
Sweet.
And all the characters that were the people that were playing all picked adult characters to play instead of teenagers. So I'm like, well, just switch over to the Angel one. The rules aren't going to change. It's just more geared toward adult scenarios.
Cool.
So like we played like 14 games, I want to think, total, and then I lost my job back in 2011, and I wasn't gonna like have parties at my house when I'm unemployed. You know, let's all get together and I'm gonna spend all this money for snacks and sodas and shit while we play.
Charge entrance.
Yeah, okay. So like I kind of put the kibosh on it.
You're coming in it? All right, pay my water bill.
Yeah. Every time you flush, you owe me 50 cents. So like I put the kibosh on it. We stopped playing, and then watching Critical Role lately has made me want to go back and finish that campaign because we were pretty close to the end of it.
Hell yeah!
So I've actually gotten my friends back together, at least a few of them. We had like 8 people at one point playing. I got 4 of them to come back, and we're gonna finally finish off the campaign. And if we enjoy it as much as we did back in like 2010 and 2011, we might keep going. And there's talks of maybe playing Cyberpunk 2020 or maybe D&D. So we'll see how that goes. And we're going to do it all mostly over the internet.
Maybe I'll join and we can just change it and call it Critical Brawl.
Critical Brawl. I say yes. So yeah, we're talking like Church is talking about joining us once we finish the Buffy Angel one. So if we play D&D or if we play Cyberpunk, he wants to play. Nintendo's talking about possibly doing it.
Wicked.
So if you're into it, Mundane Designs is talking about
into it, but I know I don't want to be.
Well, no, I mean you could be like a character that's like comes in and out of the story.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that'd be cool. So yeah, I'm getting
phase
back into the
between
tabletop
two
thing.
worlds.
Yes.
Sometimes I just phase in for part of the adventure.
Like, hey guys.
Oh no!
Oh, look at this motherfucker coming down the street right now. I guess he's joining our party today.
I just quantum leap into existence.
Yeah.
I gotta go again.
Just gotta say, oh boy.
Perfect. Sweet. So is that it for your
Yep, that's it for me.
All right, I'll try to rattle off my junk real quick.
Oh, here we go.
So for Transformers,
Get some coffee.
I know I said I was gonna cut back, and I have. And I was not going to get this guy, but then I had to get this guy. And it's Megatron, but the version where he's converting to Galvatron.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
This is from their RED line, the ones that don't actually transform. They're just kind of robot.
That's about it.
RED is robot enhanced design, I believe. So I'm just a sucker for this paint job.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, so I had to have that.
I can almost hear the music too.
Yeah, so love it. That's it for Transformers. But since we were just talking about Mortal Kombat, I'll do Mortal Kombat next. Picked up a couple figures the last time I was out of town. We got Kotol Khan.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty badass.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's a McFarlane figure. Of course, he's got excellent detail. His whole headdress feathery part was like detached from his head, so I had to like snap it on there. But yeah, love him.
Yeah, that's
Love
awesome.
him. He's not even one of my favorite characters, but like just the quality of these characters made me. I want one of every.
Yeah, I don't usually play as him, but I love his design.
Yeah. And then another one where I'm like, what shelf does this go on? Because we got Mortal Kombat 11
Joker.
And the funny thing is, the figure looks better than he looks in the game. I hate the way he looks in the game. It just looks like someone doing a lame cosplay.
It's fucking.
I
Jared
love this
Leto.
figure. Actually, this is for my son for his birthday. He was asking for a Joker figure. I happened to see this the same day. I've got the same figure on order, but the bloody variant. So there's one where he's like covered in blood. I think his knife has blood on it. I'm like, yeah. Then he'll go with Mortal Kombat. But yeah, there's that. What else we got? That's kind of a little bit random. Well, I was just talking about how I hate Iron Man 3. Last time I was out of town, I grabbed this Iron Man figure 3-pack.
Hell yeah!
Because
Rescue.
before Rescue, she comes with an Iron Man hand. We got not at all the Mandarin, but
he makes a triumphant return in Shang-Chi.
You know me, I'm a sucker for deals. The 3 of these figures were cheaper than like $15 cheaper than one figure. So for the Iron Man, it was worth it alone. My son was kind of wanting another Iron Man figure because his got lost, or maybe his brother broke it. I don't know. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him this set for his birthday too. So we play these together. We keep the collection out here. So it counts towards my pickups because it's going to be going on the shelf. Because he's like, yeah, I want to keep it out with the collection because his brother always likes to just steal his shit and own it on him. So I was like, all right, yeah, we'll do that. So I'm not just going, this is yours, but put it with my stuff.
It's really mine.
Yeah, so I'm not doing a dick like that. He's got his own play area out here. It'll stay there. It probably won't even go on my shelf. Mandarin's not welcome on my shelf anyway, that fucking dickhead. So also, something I really like is when I find a Marvel Legend and they're in the shipper box.
Nice.
So I got this the last time I was in Thunder Bay, and in typical Deadpool form, look at the back of the box. So you can see some Deadpool buns. But
it's Deadpool tush.
Like, you know, I've been big on the Marvel, the Spider-Man retro series. Well, he's part of the X-Men retro series / X-Force, and probably the definitive Deadpool. He's pretty close to the Deadpool I have, like the normal Deadpool I have from a few years ago. Deadpool got his own line, or his own whole wave. This just has a couple more, I think, pouch things on his leg, And the one I have previous is more black. This has got kind of like a
Is it
bluish, but he has way more guns. I think the other Deadpool only came with the swords, so he's got an arsenal of guns. I'm really conflicted on if I want to open this one or keep it. I really like this packaging. I'll probably end up opening it and just keeping the back card for it, and maybe even putting it behind him on the shelf. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So for now, he's sealed. For how long? Who knows? All right. Speaking of cheap ass multiple sets for the Marvel Legends, I also got this Thor Ragnarok 2-pack. I got Hela and Scourge. So
I like that she's holding the Mjolnir.
yeah, she comes with different hands. She comes with her big spiky helmet. She comes with a different look. But I'm like, this is how she's going to go on there because that's the coolest.
Badass.
That's the most badass pose. I think I'm just going to collect all the Thor figure. I want someone of everyone from Asgard. So I'm going to get the Odin figure that's out now at some point. We've got a lot of them at our Walmart, and they don't seem to be moving. So I'm hoping that they go on clearance. So I don't, because they're like a premium price. Like here, the Legends are between $29.99 and $34, but then they've got these Infinity Saga ones that are $40, and I'm not down with that. If figures
That's
just start
kind of
being
ridiculous for an action figure.
if figures start being $40, especially since Hasbro's getting cheaper with the accessories. Like sometimes they'll just come with extra hands, maybe a gunner or two, when they used to come with more. Sometimes they still do, but for that, like, no way, man. So I don't want to pay $40 for Odin, but I'll pay like $15, $20 for Odin. They also have an Infinity War Captain America that's in the same style. Nice. The Fat Thor that I bought, it was a couple episodes ago, that I got to go with my the end game battle scene that I'm building with like Thanos and Captain America with his busted shield and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I paid the premium price for him. I might come to regret that because if he goes on clearance, I'll be like, cool. Could have got him for $25 cheaper or something. But yeah, for these two, they were I think it was the same price as the 3-pack. I think they were $20. Maybe it was $15. But these were on deep ass clearance. So I was like, I'll pick them up for that. Even if I don't keep Scourge, I might just pop his head off and make another badass figure out of him. But who knows? He's badass McCoy for now. All right.
Bald ass McCoy.
Keeping going with the Marvel Legends. I got one from the new Doctor Strange movie. There's 3 in that wave that I want. I'm not going to build the figure, but I got Wong.
Nice.
I feel like I need Wong. There's 2 comic characters too. There's one called Despair, and there's another one called Sleepwalker. My friend who just lives down the street from me, he picked those up, so I've already got them on order anyway. Those were the only ones I was gonna get, but then I saw Wong and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll get a Wong.
What's the build-a figure?
It's fuck. Can't remember what. It's like this green Minotaur looking dude. I can't remember his name. Like Jintra or something. His name is. I don't know. Not important. Maybe he's in the movie. Maybe he's just as random as the No Way Home build a figure I'm about to show you, because I got the whole No Way Home set.
Oh,
we got J. Jonah Jameson.
You podcasting bitch.
Yeah. Who podcasts? Lame. We got Moreland, and I don't expect you to know who this is, but he's in the comics, and he's the only character to kill Spider-Man.
Is he a vampire?
Yeah, he's a vampire. They're like a vampire Terminator. That just will not stop. And they're from the Spider-Verse.
Until you are dead.
Yeah, he actually killed him in a story called The Other. It's one where he like came back, and when he came back to life, he kind of like went in a cocoon kind of thing, and he came out and he had webs like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So they were like organic webs, not like needing his web shooters. I don't know if they just did that to kind of coincide with Tobey Maguire. Like someone's like, hey, wait, he makes his webs with his Riss, these comics are stupid. They don't know nothing about Spider-Man.
Yeah, it should be coming out of your pooper.
Yeah, the next comic version character. So yeah, no people are like leaving him on the shelf because no one knows who he is. But actually, in the Spider-Verse storyline in the comics, he's one of the main bad guys too. So he's more important than people realize. So I'm actually stoked to add him. He wasn't I gotta get him if I want to build the figure. I was actually stoked to get him. Another one I'm actually stoked for. I got Shriek.
Nice.
If you've seen Let There Be Carnage, that's his girlfriend. But if you've played Maximum Carnage, then you know I'm actually excited. So I got to go with my doppelganger. Obviously, I have Carnage and Venom, so I can do a little photo shoot for Maximum Carnage now if I want.
Nice.
And then what I think is the most out of place character. Yes, he's in the movie. Yes, he has a pivotal role. But Doctor Strange, like I just said, he's got his own goddamn movie coming out with his almost identical figure.
Because they knew you'd buy it, Jason.
I'm not buying it again. So I'm not building that figure, but I got this guy because I wanted to build this figure. And I didn't have a Doctor Strange besides the Doctor Strange Supreme from What If, like the dark Doctor Strange. So cool to have him. It's a nice figure, but like really there's barely anything different about the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness figure.
Probably just like
And there's also the ugliest Marvel Legend of the Year easily, which is the Astral one. Remember, I think I took a picture and sent it to you in church one night. I was in the store. He looks like a ghost. It just looks like the weakest, lamest figure. I do know. I'm glad that I don't plan on building that figure because, I'd be selling him immediately. I'd be like, top of the leg or whatever he comes up, leg or an arm or whatever, and be like right away on eBay. I've never even sold on eBay. I'd be like, I am opening an eBay store because this is not welcome near my collection. That's how ugly that fucking figure is. But what would a Spider-Man wave be without Spider-Man? So we got the integrated suit, the inside out, or it's the guts of the suit. Love that. I actually really like that one.
Yeah.
And I got an open one, but I actually bought two of this one. We got the upgraded suit, which is a Walmart exclusive that I never thought I'd be able to get a hold of because when I look online, it was stupid expensive. And usually when something's Walmart exclusive, it doesn't show up at our Walmart. But you think, and this is where I'm going with like Marvel Legends being and Hasbro being cheap with the accessories. You can see in the corner here, he actually comes with a fucking web. Guess how many Spider-Man Marvel Legends figures I have? I don't know. Like, I probably have like 15 different Spider-Mans. And like I got a bunch of like Spider-Man 3 figures, and all those come with like web something bullshit. They come with web fists or a web from the swing on or just a web from to catch bad guys in or whatever. None of my other Spider-Mans have a web anything. And this one comes with a little web you can hang on. I like it so much I might just open this one just to take the web out of it. And my son wanted a Spider-Man, and I might just steal that web because it's just going to go missing anyway because I know my kids. So I might just have 3 of these webs. But it's pretty bad when I bought another one just because I wanted to hold on to them. I might do something with that one at some point. But yeah, happy to find that. It was really unexpected locally. And then, of course, we got Miles Morales from the game. Big fan of Miles. It's a great game, and I'm glad to have a not Spider-Verse version of him because the Spider-Verse version came with him wearing like a hoodie and like jean shorts over his costume. So I'm like, I got him finally. I got if you remember, you were probably asleep at the time, but the last episode I had the invisible version of him with his lightning hands and everything. But yeah, I'm happy to have a regular Miles that kind of can go with my other Spider-Mans. And then the Build-A-Figure, which is completely out of nowhere. The amount of Spider-Man comics I have would make you go dizzy. And I think I have one of them with this guy in it. And it's a really cool figure, to be fair. But Armadillo was the Build-A-Figure. You know, that guy that played such a pivotal role in the movie. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. It could be one of the other giant characters that was in that movie. It could have been Lizard. It could have been some
Sandman?
kind of cool-ass Sandman. It could have been anyone. But it's this guy. But like I said, it's a really badass figure. I really like this guy.
I think he's huge.
Yeah, he's a big motherfucker. And yeah, I really like the detailing on him. I'm happy to have him now that I have him. But when they announced it, I was like, what? So they've said that they're working on it. They don't often do 2 waves for one movie, but I'm really hoping they got to do a 3-pack of the 3 Spideys. They got to do all the other villains. Like I want to. I don't care.
Have they released like a Ned or an MJ?
No, I have MJ. I actually got a 2-pack for close to the price that I paid for those other multiple packs I just showed. And it's the Homecoming one where it's MJ and Spider-Man with his like yellow whatever his school jacket. It's a really weird Spider-Man figure, but I was like, I don't know, for like $20, fuck it, I'll buy both of them. Yeah,
they need to release like an Aunt May, Ned, and MJ pack.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully they do something like that soon. Yeah, they even have a Happy figure, so you figured they'd have a...
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway. On a completely different note, we got Frank Gorshan, the Riddler from Adam West.
Really?
Batman. Super happy to have him. He's only the second villain they've released in this line. I've already got Joker, and we got Penguin and Catwoman on the way, and I was telling Chris this before, but everyone can laugh at me when I do buy more. That's all I'm interested in right now. Watch me eat those words.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we're on the Batman topic, we got the Batman from the new movie.
Yeah.
So I saw
Does he sparkle?
I saw the other characters. I saw the other characters there, but I was like, I'm not really sold on them. I want a Catwoman figure, but I don't want that Catwoman figure. I want something traditional comic or Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what I want. I do not want a Halle Berry one. I do not want.
You want a Halle Berry one.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Does it come with a really crappy looking CGI cat?
Yeah, but they have the Riddler. They have him unmasked with just a lot of eyeliner smudged on him. I'm like, I don't think even if I like the movie, I'm gonna want to add these to the. So far, the movie figures, I don't really have anything but Batman. Like even with the Justice League, when Snyder Cut came out, they released all the Justice League, and I'm like, well, I got Batman because I'm collecting all the Batmans. But yeah, it's kind of coming to a part where Todd's cyberbullying me ridiculously. I'm about to call the police because it feels like a targeted attack all last week.
He swatted you, man.
He had an event where every day he was costing me at least $50. So I'm like, come on, man, enough's enough. So yeah, I might be scaling back a little bit on the amount of Batmans I'm getting because he's a lot of Batman, and I'm here for it because I don't really care too much about other DC characters. But yeah, too many of like the same. I'm not about tiny variants anymore. I'm gonna be like, okay, that's a drastically different Batman. Okay, I'll get that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think for the Batman movie, I'm just gonna stick with this Batman and be like, I'm good. If they have a battle damage one, I'm a sucker for battle damage figures, as I was telling you the other day. I love
the Batmobile.
Yeah, I got the Lego one. So, boom,
nice.
But and I've got the Hot Wheels one too. Boom. I'm not gonna go grab it, but boom. And as I mentioned, it's my son's birthday tomorrow, and my mom was like, man, I don't know what to get him. So I ran back. I was like just leaving Walmart, and I ran back in there with her, and she's getting him the Lego Batcave from the new movie. And then she brought it home, and my dad just goes, is it his birthday or his son's birthday tomorrow? and then she just goes, well, they like the same stuff. So I don't know if that wasn't ashamed. Yeah, he likes the same things as his son that's turning 6. But I took it as a badge of honor. Yeah, me and my son got a lot in common. So for now, it's cool. But I don't know, in a few years, it might be kind of sad. But whatever. Yeah, I got myself a Lego set that's just for me. But we're going to build it. We always build the Legos together. So it's like always a kind of us thing. But I had to have this because what's been bugging me for a long time, for the amount of Lego Star Wars things, because I don't really collect Star Wars, but I collect Lego Star Wars. And I don't have a Jedi Knight Luke. And that's like my most wanted character. And every time Jedi Knight Luke's in anything, it's always like the Emperor's Throne Room. That's like $100 set where I'm like, I don't really need scenery. And I have Vader and I have the Emperor already. Like I just need Luke. Put him in a small, like every other character's got like a small, like a mini X-Wing or something, and Wedge Antilles comes with it or whatever. Han Solo comes with like a mini Millennium Falcon. I'm like, do one of those for Luke. God damn it, I need one. But I cannot think of a better set for myself to finally get. We got Luke from The Mandalorian.
And
look
you
at
got
him.
does he look Grogu?
Does he look realistic enough? Does he look, or is he badly CG'd?
Did he get the deep fake?
Yeah, so I'm stoked on that. It's him versus the Dark Troopers. Cool scene. Spoiler, if you haven't seen Mando, but very good. And he's got the robe and everything. I was just happy to have him with at all. So stoked on that.
Nice.
So I don't have any characters I'm actively trying to get for Lego. But now that I've got Luke, I don't buy any prequel sets, anything that's got clone troopers or anything in it. The only prequel set I own as of now is it's Yoda and his starship. That's the closest thing. I'm like, maybe Yoda can be original trilogy too. But now because of the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, I kind of want an Ahsoka figure.
Oh yeah,
to mix with all those guys. And there's a Ahsoka versus Darth Maul set. It's like about
from Rebels.
I think it's a little bit smaller than this.
Or from Clone Wars.
I think it's a little bit smaller than this. So, well, you're not going to be able to tell the difference because of Legos. That's what I like.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll buy that because it's only like a $20 set, and I'm like, hell yeah. So, Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters from the prequels, anyway. So, you know, he's kind of a bitch in it, but still. Most of the stuff I bought before I saw episode 1 and then promptly stopped buying Star Wars things was a lot of Darth Maul stuff. He's going to be so cool, like the next Darth Vader. Oh, wait. Oh,
wait, he's in half. He got cut in half. What?
Yeah. I'm glad they brought him back because,
Yeah,
they
made him kind of cool.
He was basically like Boba Fett of the original trilogy. You're like, he looks cool. Oh, he didn't really do much.
He had a really cool fight.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm stoked on that. That's all I got. I got big things for next episode, so can't wait. I'm already excited for next episode. We haven't even finished this one up yet, but we should spin that wheel and then get the hell out of here.
So, what did you get last time?
I got Chameleon Twist, and I really enjoyed it. I knew I played it. Like I said, I borrowed it from. What was it, like when the kids I babysat? I think we traded games, and I borrowed it, and I played a little bit of it, and I only just borrowed it like overnight, I think. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. You use the tongue to like pole vault and platform and grab things, and it was a really cool mechanic. And I thought it really stood out as a really cool like platformer of its own. You know, there's a lot of platformers on the N64, but that one kind of was big on the originality. It wasn't very long, short compared to like Banjo-Kazooie or Mario 64 or anything like that.
It's
but
like a collectathon?
Not a little bit. Not egregious, we'll say. But yeah, I think it was like six hours or so.
That's not bad. I think I have that
7
one.
hours. Yeah, I got both of them. They're pretty solid. I like them. So I'm gonna probably play the second one soon. I started it, but I've been concentrating on.
I got tonic trouble.
my old game room's kind of really starting to bug me, and I need to get it in order. And I keep rearranging shit, and I got to stop doing that. I keep finding like the perfect spot for something, and then I'm like, okay, this is the forever home of this. This is where this belongs. Where I put something, I'm like, I'm happy with it, but something's bugging me a little bit. So happy now. Yeah, I liked it. I beat it. It's one of the few games I've beat so far this year. I've got a lot of long games on the go. But yeah, what did you get?
I got Never Dead on the PS3.
And what did you think?
And Church immediately was like, yeah, when I got it. Because he said it's one of the few games he's played through and he absolutely hated. I played it for a couple of hours. I don't hate it. It's not great.
Yeah.
But it's just like a third-person action shooter, but your body can come apart. Like you can lose your legs, you can lose your arms, you can lose your torso. Your head will just be rolling around at some point. There's parts where you actually have to intentionally rip your head from your body to roll around into like air ducts and stuff. But you have guns, you have a sword that you can use. The controls for the sword are stupid. But I did end up using the sword more than the guns because it seemed to do more damage faster. But you find like these red shards around to like give you XP, kind of like in God of War, and you can buy new moves and stuff like that. And I mean, it's okay. I mean, I wasn't hating it, but it's not like great or anything.
Are you gonna keep going with it?
I might.
There's
a bunch of easy achievements. I played it for 2 hours, and I think I unlocked like 10 achievements, 10 trophies or something.
Yeah, I actually bought it on the 360, really cheap, close to when it came out. I'm thinking like $5 to $8 when it was only a couple months old, and I kept meaning to check it out. Now I own it on the PS3. I think I bought someone's collection, and it came with, and I'm like, I got 2 versions of this game, and I haven't even played it. God damn it!
I mean, yeah. Once I finish Forbidden West, I'll probably just try to play through because I don't think it's that long.
I think I'm going to start bringing my 360 to work as like something different than the PS3 all the time, or PS4. I mean, so I might start lugging that because I've got my biggest collection is my 360 games, so it makes sense to. And I have played a great deal of them, but there's some of them I'm like, I gotta either play more of this or I gotta play this at all.
I still gotta play through Mass Effect.
Yeah, you do.
I started playing it like the day that Church came to the visit, the day that he was driving up. I started playing it. I played it for like an hour, and then I haven't played it.
Oh shit, he's in the hall!
Yeah.
Install you, son of a bitch!
I haven't played it since.
Install you, son of a bitch! Yeah. Well,
I think Rocket Sauce watched me play it for like 10 minutes.
I think you know how highly I recommend it. So, yeah, I'd say before Never Dead, Mass Effect.
Yeah,
it's only a few hours.
It's only a few. It's not like there's more than one game or anything.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, the funny thing is, even if like the first one's really good, the second one plays a bit different. But I liked like there's some RPG elements there in the first one that aren't in the other, like the attachments for your armor and attachments for your weapons, because like there's no ammo in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Your weapons just overheat after a while, but you can get attachments that make it so your weapons don't overheat and do more damage. I think there's like 2 attachments for each one, and you can have ridiculously powerful weapons if you got the right mods on them. And then the second one brought in ammo, and that kind of pissed me off, but everything else about 2 and 3 is better. I think. But yeah, I was like, oh, I really wish that was like an option. Like, do you want the gun mods, or do you want the just ammo and then different guns? But yeah, as I said, love me some Mass Effect. But I'm gonna spin that wheel.
So what is the backlog roulette, Jason?
Backlog roulette is you take a list of games from 0 to 36, and then 0 and double 0. So sorry, 1 to 36, and then 0 and double 0. just like on a roulette wheel, make a list of all games that you want to play, but for some reason you just fucking haven't. Like you own Mass Effect, for some reason you're not playing it. What's up with that?
That's a
Put it on the
personal
list.
attack.
Put that on the list.
It's a
Take it
personal,
as you will.
personal
Maybe it is.
attack.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a heavy-handed hint. But it's coming from a place of love of Mass Effect. But make yourself a list, and then you'll have an excuse to just start playing that. A lot of people, you know, especially when you get big collections, you're like, man, I got a lot of games. I don't even know where to start. We've had that problem ourselves, and we figured out a solution. Slowly, we're chipping away at these backlogs.
Damn right.
And I find it's like a gateway. Like once you're playing a system that you maybe don't play very often or whatever, you're just like, I got to hook it up. And once you crack out the Genesis, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I like this. Or even if you don't like the game you get, you'll be like, you have a short stack and you'll be like, all of a sudden you're just playing a bunch of other games. Whatever. We're just trying to enable more gameplay because that's what we do. So after that super long, drawn out explanation, why don't we just roll? Spin that wheel. And always, I hope it lands on games. You can do this for anything, though, really. If there's a movie, a big pile of movies you got in your backlog to watch, do it with movies, do it with games. Anything that you're kind of having trouble choosing. I find it's helped immeasurably chip away at the backlog. We got 20. What you got, Chris? While I back out of this, and
I got Killzone.
the first one.
The first one.
Sweet. I
have it on the PS. I have it on the PS3.
You got the collection.
Yep.
I thought I had the collection for a long time, and then had multiple chances to pick up the collection. I'm sure that's it's probably. I think it's gone up a lot because I know a lot of those.
Yeah, those collections. The Ratchet and Clank one is like insane right now.
Yeah, the Ratchet and Clank. There's God of War ones. I think God of War one's manageable because that was like probably the most popular.
Mm.
But then they got Sly Cooper. They got
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah. There's a Tomb Raider one.
Yep. There's the Infamous.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was picking them up, and I don't know why. I thought I've got all the Killzone games, but I like having those collections. There's like there's a Disgaea collection. There's I think there's a couple multiple packs of RPG ones, and those ones, of course, as all RPGs do, go up in price. But what do I got? I can't find my list here right now. Bet you it's games though. Oh, there it is. 20. Oh my gosh. Heavenly Guardian.
Oh, that game is awesome.
It is. I got it for like 49 cents on Amazon sealed. I was like, why didn't I order like 10 of them? Because I'm pretty sure they like. Yeah, so.
Basically, it's basically Rocky and Rocky 3.
Fuck yeah. That's why I'm stoked to play it. That's why it's on my list. See, I bought it with intent to play and then just never did. Speaking of Pocky and Rocky, it's up for sale on Amazon.
It's up for pre-order now?
Yeah, the reincarnated. Yeah, I sent you guys a message on when I ordered it, but it's not on Canadian Amazon. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I ordered it from American, but they delivered to Canada, so it's good. I had to pay a little extra, but it's affordable. I think it's $29.98.
That's not bad.
US, and I think it played like 37 or something for the import. It's kind of gay. It's just going across the border, but whatever. We'll manage. But yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait to finally crack into that and hook the PS2 up once again. They're all connected to the TV, but I don't plug them in because I think it's bad for the system to just leave them plugged in all the time. So it's good to crack that out. Crack out my controller cord extensions so I don't have to pull it out onto the floor or onto the table. But yeah, I'm super stoked. Hope you like what you got.
I think I will enjoy a first-person shooter very much.
They are fun. I really liked that game when it came out. I'd say I played that the most of any of the Killzone games. I got 2 and 3, and I started 2, and I've never played 3. I bet you my copy of 3 is sealed. Almost guarantee it. And then I was gonna start playing, and then I was like, "Oh wait, it's got move functionality." And I had
That's why I bought the 3-pack.
Yeah, so I was like, "Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna do." And then I just never did. Such is life. Maybe I'll get Killzone 3 on my. Maybe I'll put it in place of Heavenly Guardian.
Ooh.
So. Yay. So yeah, I'm happy. Thanks for sticking around with us. I hope you guys all got a cool game off your list or movie or what have you. And you play it and you let us know what you think.
We're talking about you, Captain Algebra.
And hopefully someone else. You using hashtag Backlog Roulette, tag one of us or both of us in your post.
Hey, Church, did you play yours?
I hope he did. I bet he didn't.
I bet he didn't.
Fucking guy. But, well, there's still time. There's always time for games. I can't blame him with so many cool games coming up, but that's why we created this. We're like, yeah, I'm barely keeping up with the new stuff.
How can I play it? I'm playing Elden Ring.
Yeah. When you get too frustrated at some point, just take a deep breath and play your Backlog Roulette game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking around, even through our the storm.
Yeah, which has ended.
Yeah, if anyone else in the Chicago area is listening, I hope you made it through the storm all right. Yeah, and we'll catch you guys next episode. And I'm so excited for it already. Catch you guys next time. Bye!
Later!
Hasta la vista, baby.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.